Mr. Speaker, dear colleagues, a pleasant afternoon. The Department of Human Settlement and Urban Development tells us that we are 6.5 million short on housing. This number shows us the housing crisis that looms over our country. But Mr. Speaker, this housing gap are not just numbers on paper, driving up the intensity of what we simply call the housing crisis. Beyond this number are real and actual people who feel perpetual anxiety and fear of becoming homeless. Milyon-milyong mamamayan po natin ang patuloy na nakipagsapalaran sa mga masisikip at hindi ligtas na kondisyon ng paninirahan. Informal Settlers Family po o ISF ang kadalasang tawag natin sa kanila. Nakakalungkot pong isipin na patuloy pang dumarami ang mga kababayan nating namumuhay sa sitwasyong walang kasiguraduhan at kung minsan ay mapanganib na kondisyon. Hindi dahil ito ay kanilang pinili, kundi dahil ito lamang ang natatanging paraan upang masabi nila may dingding at bubong silang uuwian. Mr. Speaker, our Constitution guarantees the right of every Filipino to decent and affordable housing. That is why I seek to change this narrative by sponsoring a measure that embodies both a moral duty and a constitutional mandate, from neglect and exclusion to justice and inclusion. House Bill number 4757, a Sustainable Cities and Communities Act. Mr. Speaker, this bill will not only allow the Philippines to comply with its obligation to adopt a United Nations Sustainable Development Agenda to integrate the Sustainable Development Goals, specifically the SDG 11, into our national development plans and policies. It will offer a clear policy direction and mechanism in addressing the housing crisis. Ipaprioritize po natin dito ang participation ng mga komunidad sa pagpagawa ng solusyon sa pabahay. Dito po ay masisiguro natin na mga syudad at pamayanan na itatayo natin ay ligtas, inklusibo, resilient at higit sa lahat, sustainable. From a housing perspective, several key provisions and guiding principles from this measure directly address the housing crisis. Una, spatial justice, na sinisiguro na ang urban development ay mananatiling makatarungan. Titayakin natin na ang pabahay na maipagkakaloob sa mga nasa laylayan ay ligtas, maayos at abot kaya. Binibigyan din po natin ng prioridad ang mga on-site resettlement para maiwasan ang forced eviction, displacement, marginalization, and gentrification. Pangalawa, urban renewal and slum upgrading, which seeks to provide better living condition and formal housing solution for residents of marginalized communities. Sa pagbibigay pansin natin sa mga komunidad, mabibigyan din natin ng pagkakataong pamumuhay at solusyon sa pabahay ng ating mga ISF communities. Pangatlo, participatory urban governance, which ensures that urban residents, especially the urban poor and marginalized, have a meaningful role in shaping the cities they live in. Ibig sabihin, makakasama natin ang ating mga mamayan sa pag-formulate, pag-implement, pag-monitor, pag-budget ng mga polisiya at programang tutugon sa pangailangan nila. By promoting transparency, effectiveness, and inclusiveness, the bill creates spaces for diverse voices and local organizations to be heard. Pang-apat, target and indicators for slum population, which the bill outlines to guide the development of sustainable cities. One of the key targets is to reduce the number of people in cities who live in slums, informal sectors family, or poor quality housing, measured by percentage of urban population living in this condition. This provides a clear metric for progress in addressing the housing backlog. Ang panglima, urban planning and development, kung saan inaatasan natin ng DSUD para magbigay ng teknikal na suporta sa mga LGU at isama ang mga probisyon na panukalang ito sa kanilang mga plano. Kasama rito ang kanilang Annual Development Plan, Comprehensive Land Use Plan at Development Master Plan. Dito po ay masisiguro natin na ang urban planning na sustainable at inclusive ay mananatiling pangunahing layunin ng gobyerno. Mr. Speaker, distinguished colleague, this measure has been approved in the third and final reading during the 19th Congress. Its presence once again show that its objectives remain far critical now more than ever. This bill is more than just a housing measure. It is a justice measure. Ibalik natin ang dignidad ng mga pamilyang Pilipinong pinagkaitan nito. Let us build cities that reflect not inequality and exclusion, but solidarity and hope. Naniniwala po ako sa karapatan ng pamilyang Pilipino na hindi makaramdam ng takot na mawala ng tirahan kung sila'y mabibigyan lamang ng wasto at abot kayang pabahay basta tayo ay magsisikap, magtutulungan at gagalaw para sa bagong Pilipinas. In line with this, the Constitution mandates for urban land reform and housing. I humbly ask for your support in the swift passage of this bill. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.